Hey guys, it's DarkMagic71 here, and welcome to my WWE Royal Rumble 2023 predictions. Alright, so on paper, they have 5 matches announced for the pay per view on Saturday, on the 28th of January. Um, Matches are Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for the Undisputed Universal title, Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship, the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match between LA Knight versus Bray Wyatt, the women's Royal Rumble match, and the men's Royal Rumble match. Other matches that they could add are probably Charlotte Flair versus Sonya Deville for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and an open challenge for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. So, yeah, I'll get into that right now. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. Match number 1 for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I'm going to go with Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship, just because I feel like that's going to be the one that starts it off, and the Rumbles are going to end it. And yeah. Who I want to win? Bianca Belair. Who will win? Bianca Belair, because I feel like they won't take the title off Bianca just yet. They're gonna wait until after WrestleMania, and or probably around, let's say, Extreme Rules, that she loses it to Alexa Bliss or Becky Lynch. Yeah. So Bianca Belair retains her championship at the Rumble. My pick. Match number 2 is the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match between LA Knight versus Bray Wyatt. Honestly, I don't know what to expect for this match. All I know is it's going to be a fun match, because Bray Wyatt always has some amazing matches, like match concepts and stuff, and he has some decent matches. His matches are always out of the box and unpredictable. Who I want to win? Bray Wyatt. Who will win? Probably LA Knight, because I feel like Uncle Howdy is going to interfere in the match and cost Bray the win. So yeah, I feel like LA Knight's gonna pick up the win and then go on with his win. And I think they're going to do Uncle Howdy versus Bray Wyatt at Elimination Chamber, because there have been talks of having Uncle Howdy versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. And I doubt, since it's been leaked out everywhere, WWE wants to do that at WrestleMania. They'll probably do it at Elimination Chamber and then have The Fiend versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. Just like they had Kane versus Mass Kane and stuff like that. So it should be a good match. Final prediction: LA Knight wins at the Rumble, beats Bray Wyatt, and moves on. Match number 3 is the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship match between Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Who I want to win? Kevin Owens. Who will win? Roman Reigns. The reason I say Roman Reigns is going to win is because I feel like they're going to dethrone him and end his reign at WrestleMania, because yeah, I don't think Kevin Owens is going to be the one to take the title off of Roman. I feel like they're going to save it for either Cody or Seth. Yeah. Whoever wins the Rumble will be the one to defeat or dethrone Reigns at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. So yeah. Final prediction: Roman retains his championship, goes on to WrestleMania to face whoever wins the Rumble, and probably loses one of his championships, if not both, at WrestleMania. Match number 4 is the Women's Royal Rumble match. Participants for the Women's Royal Rumble match so far are Liv Morgan from SmackDown, Candice LeRae from Raw, Rhea Ripley from Raw, Raquel Rodriguez from SmackDown, Shayna Baszler from SmackDown, Zelina Vega from SmackDown, and Emma from SmackDown. I feel like they're gonna add a couple more participants for Raw tonight on Raw 30, and then a couple more for SmackDown on Friday. Uh, for SmackDown for the Rumble, and then a couple more uh, entrants are gonna be tweeted out on Saturday before the pay per view starts, which I'm hoping doesn't happen because you might as well just like save them for surprise people on the day. There's no point in like tweeting out uh, potential spoilers for the pay per view that's going to happen on the same day, just a few hours later, unless you want people to not watch your product. But yeah, a lot of people just watch the Rumble for the participants on who's coming in and who's debuting, who's returning, who's a surprise. They love watching it for the surprises. They don't want to be spoiled. So I really hope they don't spoil the entrance via social media this time. Um, yeah. All right. So for my picks, who I want to win the Rumble, I've got three picks: Bailey for Raw, uh, Liv Morgan for SmackDown, Naomi for SmackDown. All right. So the reason I say Bailey for Raw is because Bailey has had an amazing year. The only thing she hasn't done is become champion under, let's just say, Triple H's era. Um, but yeah, I feel like if she wins the Rumble, she goes on to WrestleMania. She goes on to beat Bianca at WrestleMania, becomes champion, brings the championship back to Raw, and Damage Control has all the championships. All the control. There we go. Damage Control has all the championships going into Extreme Rules and stuff. That would be great. Another one, Naomi versus Charlotte. Naomi wins the Rumble, goes on to face Charlotte at the grandest stage of them all. Naomi defeats Charlotte, becomes champion, has her WrestleMania moment, has another run with the title, sells her merchandise. She's pretty big with everybody inside and outside of wrestling. Mainstream people know Naomi, and even the people who discover Naomi, they're like, "Oh, who's this cool person that's doing these moves?" And then, yeah, everybody pretty much loves Naomi. So I'm hoping Naomi gets her title run again because that would be great. And then my final pick, on who I want to win, is probably Liv Morgan. Reasoning because Liv and Charlotte have history together, and I feel like their match would be pretty amazing. Yeah, I feel like Liv winning the Rumble, going on to face Charlotte, defeating Charlotte, would give her her WrestleMania moment, which would be great. And I think a lot of people would be behind that. Um, and yeah, it should be a decent pay per view. Who I think, no, who will probably win. I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley, um, because she has had an amazing year as well. She's been dominant so far. Plus, uh, her winning the Rumble, going over to WrestleMania, defeating Bianca for the title, then bringing it back to the Judgment Day would be pretty good. So I wouldn't mind that. The only thing is that I don't really want to see. Well, I don't. Yeah. Um, I'm hoping they don't pick. I'm hoping they don't do Charlotte versus Becky Lynch because it's been done over and over again, and it's a great match and all, but it's just predictable, I guess. But yeah, um, if that does happen, I'm guessing Charlotte turns heel, Becky's the face, wins the championship, goes to SmackDown. They could, yeah, I could definitely see that. But yeah, uh, final pick: Liv, Naomi, or Bailey. Out of the three, I'd probably pick Naomi, I guess, because Naomi or Liv, because yeah, I feel like they need it more than I don't know. I'm just hoping the pay per view is great, and yeah, I guess I'll pick Liv because she needs a WrestleMania moment, and I think it would be a decent moment for her if she does win uh, the Rumble and then goes on to face Charlotte and dethrones her. Would be a great match. Match number 5 is the men's Royal Rumble match. I feel like this is going to be the main event. If they don't add Charlotte versus Sonya Deville to the pay per view for the SmackDown Women's Championship, which Charlotte retains. Yeah. All right. Participants for the men's Royal Rumble so far are Kofi Kingston for SmackDown, Santos Escobar for SmackDown, Ricochet for SmackDown, Austin Theory for Raw, Seth Rollins for Raw, Bobby Lashley for Raw, Baron Corbin for Raw, Rey Mysterio for SmackDown, Gunther for SmackDown, Cody Rhodes for Raw. They should have kept him as a secret. Omos for Raw, Drew McIntyre for SmackDown, James for SmackDown, Braun Strowman for SmackDown, Karrion Kross for SmackDown. Pretty sure they're gonna add a couple more tonight for the for Raw 30. For the Rumble on Saturday, they're gonna reveal a couple more on Friday for SmackDown, and then hopefully they don't use Twitter for another couple surprises before the pay per view on Saturday itself. So, yeah. My picks. Who I want to win? I've got 3 picks of who I want to win. I've got Big E to dethrone Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes to dethrone Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins to dethrone Roman Reigns. All right, the reason I say Big E is because Big E hasn't been in the ring for a while, and he's back. And if he does come back, he'll be in great shape. And him winning the Rumble, going over to challenge Roman at WrestleMania for the Undisputed Universal Championship would be great. I could definitely see him beating Roman for the for the titles. Then I've got Cody Rhodes winning the Rumble, going to WrestleMania to defeat Roman Reigns. The reason I say Cody Rhodes is because Cody came from AEW, where he was doing pretty good. I think he screwed himself out of the world title picture because of what he said. I get it because he didn't want to be like the guy who owns the thing, owns the product, and becomes champion. So it's good, I guess. Anyways, um, I could see him winning the Rumble. I could see him go challenge Roman, but instead of going for both titles, he says, I want the WWE Championship. And then that's how they have 2 matches for Roman at WrestleMania for both nights. Yeah. He faces Roman at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. He beats Roman. Huge pyro for him. Huge title reign. And he finally becomes champion in WWE. And yeah. And then later down the road, his first title defense could be against Seth Rollins to end their feud. Um, then I've got Seth Rollins for winning the Rumble. Seth wins the Rumble, goes on to face um, Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I feel like that would be a great match because neither Seth or Roman ever has a bad match with each other. They always put on some decent matches, so it's always nice. So, yeah, I feel like the crowd wouldn't mind Seth winning the championship at WrestleMania. Um, yeah. Who will win? Probably The Rock or Brock Lesnar. Um, the reason I say Brock Lesnar is because Vince is back in the game. So, plus, Lesnar prefers that Vince does all his scripts and stuff. I don't know, it's just something he likes. So it's whatever. The thing is that The Rock doesn't need to win the Rumble to challenge Roman Reigns for the title at WrestleMania. See, like, if Cody chooses the WWE Championship, um, they could have The Rock be in the Rumble match and then have the Usos and Solo Sikoa eliminate The Rock, thus starting the feud. And also, they could like further it by saying The Rock doesn't acknowledge Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. So then they could just do it for the Universal title match, Universal title at WrestleMania. Night 1, Cody gets the title shot. Night 2, Rock gets the title shot. Easy. And then I feel like The Rock doesn't need to win the championship, but he puts on a good fight. I don't think a lot of people would mind that, to be honest. Um, as long as Cody gets the main title, which is the WWE Championship. So, as long as they like, uh, what's the thing called? Separate the title. Because I think he's still carrying two titles, right? They haven't like meshed it together, so I think it should be fine. Cody wins the WWE Championship, moves on, faces Rollins at Extreme Rules for the title. Should be decent. Yeah. And The Rock puts on a good fight for Roman, but Roman retains his Universal Championship. Roman ends up with only one championship. It's fine. He's still pretty good. I think he should be all right. So yeah, those are my predictions. I'm pretty sure they'll add one more match, which is one or two more matches, and which is the SmackDown Women's Championship match and the Women's Tag Team match Open Challenge. Because I don't know anyone that could like beat Dakota and Io right now on the roster. But yeah, they could like have Asuka and someone else tag, but I don't know. Would be cool if they brought in Mandy Rose back to WWE via Royal Rumble, but that's highly unlikely though. But yeah, the pay per view should be amazing. That's my predictions. Hope you guys enjoy. Please rate and subscribe, comment, and let me know who you have winning the Rumble matches, and what are your predictions down below in the comments. Thanks.